That's Horselips and a great track called Warm Sweet Breath of Love, a record of the week of mine back in the 70s. A great pleasure to play it again and dedicated to all their fans and especially to Barry Devlin. And stay tuned in the next hour for more great 70s songs and a chat with a great fellow by the name of Geraint Watkins. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. The BBC's football commentators have said they won't take part in tonight's Match of the Day 2 as a row continues over the decision to drop Gary Lineker. Tonight's show is expected to be cut back, while the Women's Super League coverage this afternoon had no presenter or pundits. Talks are continuing between BBC bosses and Gary Lineker after he criticised the government's language about migrants. Here's how the Radio 5 Live commentator Alistair Bruce Ball introduced the station's football coverage earlier.
I know you'll all appreciate this is a difficult time for BBC Sport and for all those that work in the department, and we hope it all gets resolved as soon as possible. It's been a very difficult decision to make personally. I can assure you it has not been taken lightly, but I'm a BBC staff member, I'm a radio commentator for this station, and just like yesterday, we are here to provide our football service to you, our audience.
The Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, has promised to include measures aimed at reducing the cost of childcare in Wednesday's budget. It's expected that parents claiming universal credit will have their childcare costs paid up front instead of having to claim back the money after they've paid. Ministers are hoping the plans will encourage more people to return to work. The charity Early Years Alliance has called for a wider package of measures to bring down costs for parents. The British Medical Association says it makes perfect sense to ask the government for a 35% pay rise for junior doctors. They're due to go on strike for 72 hours in England from tomorrow morning. The Health Secretary Steve Barclay says the union's demands are completely unaffordable. Professor Phil Banfield, the chairman of the BMA Council, has denied that.
I don't think it's ludicrous at all. I mean, it's about valuing the expertise of the workforce. And if you think that 35% or the 26% that they've lost in real terms is a lot of money, then it's to pay.